Hey everyone, been a while since I posted a video on my foosball blog. Shall I give everyone an update, kind of what's happening with me, why I've not posted many videos and whatnot. Basically, I've retired from foosball, for these professional foosball and touring and trying to get better and get rankings and all that kind of stuff. This happened probably some of you probably know I think a couple years ago now. So long time for the update, but thought I'd just kind of post a final video maybe. Some thoughts as to maybe why I retired or where I thought I got to. So kind of the why. It's a bit of a weird story. I just was playing so much, and as you know, I've been doing this for so many years, going to all the tournaments, at least all the ones I could afford to do, family and cost-wise. Traveling internationally, representing Canada, probably one of the biggest highlights of my career, if we call it that, was really playing and representing Canada overseas on our many national teams. Always a pleasure. It was something I always really wanted to strive for and be a part of. Really enjoyed that aspect of it. No doubt. Great players to play with. Great competition. Anyway, so I was doing that for many years. Essentially, the kind of the deciding factor where I decided to, it's been a few years now as to, well, why did I retire? Why did I stop? It wasn't a logical choice. It wasn't like, okay, this is my last tournament. After this, I think I'm done. No, it was more just I'm going to these tournaments, and all of a sudden it was like, I went to the last World Cup. Not the last one, but the one before that, probably back in 2014, if I had to guess. Maybe 2015 was the last World Cup I went to. And came back from that. I was stoked, played really well, played great matches against Germany. Played the best, game of my life probably, or the best international tournament of my life. Won games on other tables, on other matches. So I was really pleased with my results. We finished fifth yet again, Canada-wise anyway, so not, the best. Like to see some improvement there, but no complaints really, personally. And so came back from that, and then it was it's a little bit of the off season. You go through the Christmas period, and February, March rolls around, and it's time to go back to Vegas again. And I just found, when Vegas showed up again for March and whatnot, I wasn't doing the normal. Let's go find partners. Let's get excited. Let's get prepared. Let's practice. Let's bring that game up kind of thing that I have done every year for the past 20, 15 years at least, at a high level. So I just was kind of like, well, I'm not looking, I'm not being active. I'm not, no one's phoning me. I was never a really popular, friendly person. Probably one downfall actually from retiring so quickly is not really making a lot of direct good friends. I had made a lot of acquaintances, really enjoyed the people I played against and enjoyed going to tournaments, but never really made any friends outside of that. I was just not the most friendly person. Wasn't like I didn't like anyone. It's just my personality, not always needing, to make friends, to be outgoing and be, partying and whatnot, that's just not me. So generally, just wasn't looking to find partners and looking to practice, and was like, okay, maybe I'll take one off. I've been doing this for a long time. I didn't go to Vegas. And the same kind of thing happened again, the next tournament. And it happened again and again. I was just like, well, is this the new kind of me? I don't do this anymore. Kind of strange. Wasn't planning for it, wasn't preparing for it. But it just happened. And so it gave me a while to kind of think about, well, why? Why did I stop? I enjoyed going to all the tournaments. I love the competition, always looking for what's my next thing I can do to get better, to get the next level. It just all kind of stopped. And so after probably, a couple of years now, I've told a few people this, I blame Billy Pappas. That's who I blame. I blame Billy Pappas directly for my retirement. You might get a laugh out of this, but I think the last World Championships that I played at, I played Billy in open singles. And some might think, oh, he must have crushed you, and that's why you thought that you needed to retire. No, I essentially, and Billy said this afterwards, and this is why I blame him. He said, you're not supposed to play perfect. And I won the match. It was a 3 out of 5 match. I think I won in 3 or 4 games or whatever. And literally, I played perfect. So to me, that kind of, I think subconsciously thinks, well, I figured out this puzzle. I know how to play perfect. I can play that perfect game against some of the best players in the world. Sometimes matchups aren't great. I got beat by Ryan Moore later on in that tournament, finished 5th or 4th or something. Good for a World Championships, really proud, but anyways, back to Billy. So after the match, he literally said after it, "You're not supposed to play perfect." So that got me thinking, yeah, I played perfect. I thought back during the match, I made great decisions. Everything I was doing at that time, my game where it was right where it needed to be for me to be able to execute my game for me, for what worked for me, and be able to do it at the biggest tournaments against the best players. Like, to me, that was always the puzzle. How do I do that? How do I find out my game, my strategy, what works for me, my personality, my tendencies, my anxieties, whatever? How do I do that at tournaments? Because that was always the puzzle for me. It was never about winning. Winning is always fun, but it was never about winning. It was about figuring out this puzzle for me on this journey to think really what was it that I needed to do to reach the highest level that I could. That's what it always was for me. And, playing Billy and being able to reach that, sorry, tears, well, anyways, funny, being able to reach that was really, really, I guess, a achievement. It was the ultimate goal. I figured out the puzzle for myself. And, after one match, is that enough really? But that's, subconsciously, maybe that was a big factor about it. I figured it out. So it was like, for me, I'm a puzzle guy. I love puzzles. When I want to solve a puzzle, I find another one and I move on. So if I think someone tells me, "Oh, you played perfect. You figured out the puzzle. You're done." So possibly subconsciously, I was like, "I'm done. What am I? I'm not looking forward to anything now. What's the next thing I can figure out? What adjustment do I need to make in my game?" Didn't really have anything that I needed to make. I could continue to do that and continue to win. That's, attractive. But again, not why I participated and why I played. It was always about the puzzle, figuring it out. Lifelong puzzle, very many long year puzzle, but puzzle, great puzzle nonetheless. It's why we all love this game, because we all have our different takes on it and we all go into it looking for different things. And then mine was about the puzzle, figuring it out. And I think I retired because I did it. So a little bit weird, but I think that's where it all settled out to be. So I just outright stopped playing altogether. It was kind of funny. I didn't go to local tournaments anymore or whatever. I just literally cold stone stopped. I occasionally touch my table. It's still here down in my basement with my great foosball light that my wife made for me. Love ya. And I occasionally touch it every once in a while just to see, can I still do the stuff I used to do, like 8 months ago before the last time I touched the table. And sure enough, the 5-bar wise, yeah, everything is still there. It's kind of funny. Shooting, it's always been a little bit awkward from the back. My wrist is, thankful, no longer under strain. But still, it's the timing of stuff. Push kicks and pull kicks are just gone. It's kind of funny. But the 5-bar stuff is just there. No thought, full out, full speed, lane passes, hitting them hard. No problem. So it's kind of funny what you lose and what you don't after playing. I'm sure during an actual match or whatever, I'd crumble under the pressure because I'm just never good with pressure, and that was part of the puzzle, figuring out how I can handle that pressure. And so I figure that out, but then that's not under practice anymore. So I'd probably and just being able to read and react and all that kind of stuff, probably all that's gone, or nowhere near where it was before. So anyways, that's kind of pretty much why I retired. I might get back into it maybe when I'm 50. I'm 49 now. I might go back to the World Cup and compete in the over 50s or whatever. Doubtful, but you never know what might pull me back. Have no real friends to pull me back. No real good friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of great partners I really enjoyed playing with, but none of those good friends anymore. And part of that probably is Moya, because she passed, and she's no longer there. So there's no longer that good friend to get with and compete with and share your journey with. So that's another kind of thing. She's gone, so that's just possibly another reason. Love you. Thank you for the experiences that we had together, going through this journey. But life moves on, as do I. So I'm pretty much going now full speed. As I know, my next focus, my next puzzle, is going full speed to being a soccer coach. My kids both play soccer. They're both at a pretty high level, so I'm trying to be that high level coach, going for my various trainings and whatnot. So I'm taking my knowledge of what's on the table soccer to the full field, where the real grass is played and where the real men play. It's funny how many similarities there are. I won't go into it too much maybe now, maybe later. But there is some real funny similarities between the strategy of foosball and the strategy of actual soccer at a high level game. Post comments if you'd like to hear more on that. I could make more videos on soccer, whatever. I do make videos for soccer for my players. But that's what I'm focusing on now. And thank you so much for everyone who's dropped your comments and watched this channel and appreciated some of my tips and thoughts. As my own little journey, sharing what I went through. Happy to share it with you all. And if you're interested, maybe the next journey I can share as well. Happy to. Thanks again. Bye.